Hello, this is Mitty, and this is my Switch collection. I have a lot of Switch games, as you can tell. To be exact, I have 155 with some really big collector's pieces down here and up here. I've been collecting the Switch for 2 years. I started a year after the console launched, and a lot of this I got through flipping or through trades. Honestly, not a lot of this has come out of my personal money. Some of it has, but the way I collect is I buy lots, sell what I don't need for extra cash, and get keep the games I need, and then add the cash to my collection. And this is how I come up with my collection. So I'm going to start off with probably one of my first games I purchased for the Switch. I actually purchased this before I actually bought the Switch, Breath of the Wild Special Edition, mainly because I knew I eventually would get a Switch. And I'm glad I got it because it sold out pretty quickly. And this is in great condition. Love the box, love everything that comes with it. Next is another bigger box one, more recent limited run game. It's still sealed. River City Girls. I fell in love with this game. I'm a big fan of beat 'em ups, and this game looked freaking sweet. So I had to have the limited edition. I'm glad I picked that up. So onto this shelf. This shelf right here is the limited run slash limit run companies and my imports. So starting off with Stardew Valley, I imported that from Japan. I was really glad to get that. Next was a uh, East Asia Soft or Play Asia Revere Sweet Ass Edition. It was the only one available because the regular edition sold out, as well as the Death Road to China. Picked that up, or Death Road to Canada. I'm sorry, Death Road to Canada. And I mainly picked this up. If you guys know, I'm a huge Knucklehead. I am a huge fan of Canada. Been there the last 3 years. Me and my family just enjoy the area, so that was a part of the reason why I bought it, as well as it actually looks like a pretty sweet game. Next, there are a line of imports. They're Alive Extreme 3 Scarlet, so definitely a more racy game. It's kind of similar to the volleyball one from the Xbox. So pick that up because I know it'll be a little bit more collectible in the future. Phoenix Wright Trilogy. I do have the original art under it. I try to print out the original, or keep the original art under the printed one, even though I haven't been printing a lot of the art lately. But that's what I plan to do at some point. Kunio Kun, which I believe is now Double Dragon and uh, Double Dragon Collection or whatever it is in English. But I bought this about a year ago, so I'm glad to have it. Okami HD. Um, that is a Japanese port with a PAL cover because the PAL cover was the only one that looked nice. Leisure Suit Larry, um, PAL exclusive physically. Really glad to have that. These two are strictly limited games, Raging Justice and 99 Vidas. This one's actually on sale right now. I would highly suggest you get that digitally. It's a pretty good game. And then last import is the Dragon Quest Trilogy 1, 2, and 3. Got that pretty recently. Really excited to have that. Anyways, go through the limited run games. I don't have all of them. I collect the ones I want, and then I don't need to blow up my collection. And that goes the same as Super Rare. I do like Super Rare because their games release right away, basically after you buy it. Unlike Limited Run, where you have to wait a while for them. But again, I'm not going for a complete collection. I started to, and then I realized that is a tough task without dipping into family money, and not willing to do that. So here is a bunch of my regular Switch games, and I will go through some notable titles: Doom, It's actually a really good port. Not the best graphics, but it is fun. I did get Katamari when it was more valuable. Now it's dirt cheap, but I did only pay 20 or 30 bucks at GameStop, wherever that price was when it was a GameStop exclusive. That one obviously isn't a game, the expansion pass. The artwork just looks sweet, so I ended up putting that into the collection, made a cover for it. Monster Boy, pretty good game. Mutant Football is something that me and my buddies, we try to play every once in a while. We don't get to it as often as we like, but it's still a fun game. Reminds me of, the old Mutant Football, but also more Blitz style in the new iteration of it. Tales of Vesperia, I need to get to that at some point. Ys 8 is an amazing game. Amazing. Undertale, obviously, is a somewhat big title. These titles up here, actually, I don't have those. At least not physically. I do have these two digitally. I just printed off the covers back in the day. I wish I had Lovers in the Dangerous Space Time. That thing is worth a ridiculous amount of money. These are some more of my newer titles I added to the collection. Killer Queen Black. Was able to get that for like 10 bucks. The Disney classics I got on Black Friday for like 15 bucks or whatever it was. Burger Time came back in stock, so I had to grab that. Cuphead. Can't wait until this actually physically releases. They keep on saying it will once they get the DLC done, and that's been a while. Onto the second shelf. Again, go to the notable ones. I did get the flashback. Where is the flashback? When I was in Canada for 10 bucks Canadian, so that was like $7.50 American. That was a pretty good deal. Lots of Fear. That was a pretty good grab. Hollow Knight. I have a lot of games. Oceanhorn, I was really glad to get that. That is technically a limited run release, but it's one of those like distribution deals, so it was a little bit more valuable than a regular game, so I kept the value pretty well. Ghostbusters, good game. If you haven't played it, check it out. I actually haven't played Bloodstain. I do want to play the updated version of that game. Luigi's Mansion 3, I got that. It's a PAL cover because I did get that from overseas with the steelbook, which I will show in a little bit. Other than that, these are just pretty good games, nothing crazy. Sword and Shield, out of the box. Toki, I got that for like 10 bucks at GameStop. So down to the bigger collector's editions. Heroland, just picked that up recently. Picked up these two, Psycho Alpha and Bravo. Turok and Turok 2, still sealed. Power Rangers, The Messenger. I do like Special Reserve. I love their games. They are amazing. There's the double pack with the steelbook. Steelbook's in there still. Bloodstained steelbook. Luigi's Mansion, that's why I ordered the PAL one, because this is a steelbook that's supposedly glowing in the dark. And then Link's Awakening right there, steelbook, which show it off a little bit more. It's a Game Boy steelbook, which is awesome. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with the Pokeball Plus, Sonic Mania, and my extra copies of Turok. I do have those for sale if you're interested. PM me. But here is my Switch collection. I am extremely proud of my collection. But again, I've slowed down purchasing for it. I did actually just buy 2 games, which will be coming in my next pickup video. But I'm just picking up games I'm gonna actually play. Or if it's a good deal, I will pick them up and eventually play them, but I'm not going out my way to buy things that I think are going to be valuable anymore. Just don't have the time and space to do all this, because I have filled my game room with arcades, and that's been an expensive project that's been eating at my extra funds for the collection. But love it anyways. But let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Until next time, this is May. Hopefully you get your Switch on. Peace.